Hello, my beautiful soul partners on both sides of the sun from Facebook. It's so good to be here with this message to all of you. We are starting a group in Facebook called Encounters with Mama Luz in the Circle of Trust. A conversation of why narcissism is the other side of the coin of trust. The Circle of Trust is going to be a movement, and I'm inviting every one of you to participate in this. So, what is the reason for the Circle of Trust? I always say that, I'm sure many of you have heard me say that the only person in the world that is entitled to be the center of the universe is the child from 0 to 7 years old. So, why? Because the Circle of Trust is the community, is the family. If the child is in the center of the universe, of the circle, is going to learn from the modeling of the adults around the circle. Because believe it or not, and this is not so clear for many of us, human beings learn through modeling, 100% through modeling. Monkey see, monkey do. So if the circle is modeling love, trust, if the circle is acknowledging the child as a spiritual entity in the little biological body, if the center is listening to the child, it's seeing the child, is giving a voice to the child, then the child will have a platform, like roots, to go back at 7 years old, incorporate himself or herself in the circle, and give back what received. It's very simple. So since this entire thing has to do with the modeling, if you were mothered from 0 to 7, the mother is crucial. So if the mother from 0 to 7 didn't put you in the circle, it's because she was not put in the circle either. She doesn't know how to do it. It's not a drama. It's just that they didn't get the modeling. And here we go, repeating same thing, one generation after another generation after another generation. And what happens when this, when the mother wasn't modeled the center of the circle? Well, the thing is that, I remember, I'm 71 years old. I remember my older cousins, who had children or babies at the time, they were going, oh my God, because they say that you have to let them cry because otherwise they get used to that. they get used to you, the codependency. But what are you talking about? It never sounded, resonated with me. I never did that. Because it's contra natura. I mean, if a child is crying, it's telling you that needs something. If you don't attend to that, it's going to keep crying until it cannot cry anymore. And then what happens? I'm sure many of you have been in a loving relationship where you cried your pain out, and the person who was looking at you, listening to you, had no empathy for your cry. They lost their cry when it was not heard. This is how it goes. Simple. So it's like we need to take responsibility for this because we are creating psychopaths. On the other hand, if you think about the fact that, we're given birth first, and then we kind of, what maturity means, to be mature, to become a mature adult, let's say, it really means, cutting the cord with your ancestors. It means, if you needed people to approve you before, now you approve yourself. You accept yourself. And that's when you grow. You accept your humanity. You give serve. You start giving birth to your true self. So the idea of the center of trust, the circle of trust, it's good because it's a way to invite people who are in the process of giving birth to their true self, that inner child in there that needs people to trust him or her and see him or her and listen to him or her and respect their voice. So why Mama Luz? Well, the short answer is that that I have the moon in Cancer, and I have 3 boys. I'm 71 years old and I have many beautiful spiritual daughters. And I've been through life, through connecting soul to soul with children, adolescents, millennials, Generation K, boomers, and whatever that name was that I don't remember, my mother's generation. And it's something that I guess it is because I was put in the center of trust, in the center of the circle, that I feel like it was always kind of clear that, every person was so fascinating. It's so fascinating. I mean, it's like you see them, you see the soul, you see them in a different perspective, but it's not even mine because I was seen in that perspective too. So I kind of feel like I have to pass it. In the last 5 years, I've been working in a marvelous project with Latin America. And Carlita de mi vida, Carla from Brazil, you know, we had to put our register in an institution website or something, and you know, and we had to use a nickname. And Carla says, Luz, I really believe that you should, you know, your nickname should be Mama Luz. You know, and it was so great because she said, and it has to be with 2 M's, you know, Mama Luz, you know. So yeah, perfect, I did. That was when I owned, you know, this motherhood thing, you know, with the moon in Cancer and a father that claimed he had a uterus and he was born in 1917. So as I said, all of this was given to me. So I have to give it back. And it's been a long journey, and I thank with all my heart each one of you that has followed this journey. Each one of you, because I couldn't have been here without that. Every word said, every thought, every feedback, every support, every soul connection. Thank you for that. I'm going to try not to cry because I did the Spanish one and I cried, you know, but I thank you with all my heart. There's so many stories, so many things, you know, so many people I have met in person, other people I have not met in person, but each one of you have been here. And I couldn't have been here without you. Simple as that. So that's part of it. What we're trying to, what we're doing, it's the movement of the circle of trust, because we need to create this circle for, you know, because we're going from fear to love, and from control to trust again. And we have created a mastery, thought mastery program of 7 sessions that we're doing that in order to go back to the source of multidimensional source of where we came from, with the help of 5 words: unity, cooperation, inclusion, transparency, and abundance. We have to change the paradigm. And you know, we know now that fear is the cause of the problem of separation. You know, we're divided and conquered by fear. And it's in those children where this fear is planted, the trust is eliminated, and then there's no more compassion, because they were not modeled compassion. So we need more models for trust. So I am inviting, as I said, I think I said it before, everybody to participate in the Circle of Trust. We opened a group in Facebook called Encounters with Mama Luz in the Circle of Trust. And yes, you know, beyond modeling, there's the experience, right? Professor Einstein said that knowledge is only experience. We live in a society where the experience is not valuable. It's very hard. It goes against our nature. So, in reality, what we're doing here is graduating alchemists of trust. Alchemist of trust, which means human beings that connected the left brain, the right brain, and the heart, and are experts in transmuting pain, the pain of loss, of the experience, into knowledge and higher consciousness. So, in any case, this is kind of a preview of the group. We're going to do a YouTube channel every week to continue this conversation, this serious conversation of how to transmute the experience into knowledge and restore trust. Because if we don't trust ourselves, we cannot trust anybody else. So, to model trust is probably the most important thing that each of one has the responsibility to do. And, you know, especially for those children, there are some of them that are inside adults that are practically gone. It's like, you know, they become like parasites of this desperation of the need, you know, of trust, of the trust that they were not given when they were born. So they will continue to, you know, suck the blood in adulthood with their own relationships. You know, eclipsing everybody because they need to be the center of the universe. And that has to stop. Help me stop it, please. So I'll, you know, keep you all posted and bring people to the group. I love to start the conversation. I'm going to introduce my team. We're going to talk about things, and I would love any feedback that you want to provide, because, you know, this is in diapers and it's a baby, and we are ready to give birth together, you know, to a new paradigm based on love, not fear. Trust, no control anymore. It starts inside. So I'll keep you posted, and I can't wait to connect with you guys. I missed so much everybody because I was kind of like doing work and I couldn't be in Facebook. I couldn't talk to my friends. So now this is like a fantastic opportunity to regroup. And so I love you so much. Thank you so much again for being here. And I'll keep you posted. Big hug. Namaste.